Okay, so this week I'm going to take you to Poland with me to visit my family, and I would say that whenever I go there, I don't really pay attention to how nutritious my foods are. I just enjoy whatever my grandma prepares for me, and this week has definitely been like that as well. And this really works for me because whenever I'm in Geneva, I try to eat foods that really make me feel good, and so as a byproduct, they are quite nutritious most of the time. But then when I go on a holiday or to visit my family, I really allow myself to eat whatever I want, and I would say that the balance of like 80% of healthy eating versus 20% of indulgent foods kind of flips around, and 80% of my diet is indulgent foods and 20% are healthy foods, which isn't something I would like to do on the long term. But when I go to Poland or on a holiday, I feel like I would be missing out if I was trying to focus on eating the way I usually eat, because I feel like we often forget that there's much more to food than just nutrients and what it brings to your body, but also, you know, the cultural context and the social context, and all of these are really important for us to feel satisfied with our diets. And yeah, this approach really works for me and helps me keep the balance, and also helps me really enjoy the foods I eat all the time. So in this spirit, I feel like this video is a mix of traditional Polish cuisine, but also indulgent foods and some lighter options, particularly for breakfast, just to keep a little bit of balance. And I'll also show you a traditional Polish festivity, which is Tłusty Czwartek, and I'll explain a bit later what it is. But we basically eat donuts all day long, and I was actually unintentionally lucky enough to be in Poland during that time, which, I mean, what a coincidence. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I guess just enjoy. On the first day, I had a few early morning appointments. When leaving, I just boiled 2 eggs to eat on the go because I knew I wouldn't really have the time to stop anywhere for food. Only later in the day, I had an oatmeal, which I actually forgot to film. Then when I got home, I cooked some Polish sausages and had them with avocado and tomato toast and some mustard. I might be biased, but in my opinion, there are no other sausages that quite beat Polish sausages, so yeah, I absolutely love to have them when I visit my family. Then as a snack, I had some crisps before dinner, and in the evening we wanted to test my mom's new air fryer, and we were really excited to try it after hearing people being really hyped about it and, you know, making quick dishes without a lot of oil. So we made some homemade fries with some sort of stew that my mom came up with, which was basically fried chicken with some veggies and coconut milk. And yeah, the fries turned out really crispy and really good. They were fluffy on the inside, and I think most importantly, they were ready in like half the time that it would take to actually bake them in the oven. So yeah, it was really great. The following day, I also had a few errands to run in the morning, so I had my breakfast at a favorite cafe and ordered a Middle Eastern breakfast with some eggs, hummus, tahini, veggies, and whole wheat bread. I really love this cafe because they have a variety of healthy foods and also more like indulgent foods, so this time I was on the healthier side. I then had a dentist appointment, so after I couldn't really eat anything substantial, so I just had a quick smoothie. And also later in the evening, I realized it was Tłusty Czwartek in Poland, which literally means Fat Thursday, where we would eat super heavy foods all day long, mainly eating Polish pastries like pączki, which are basically Polish donuts. This time I was a bit late to realize it was Fat Thursday, so I only started honoring the tradition in the evening, and so had some donuts and later a burger with sweet potato fries. So when I'm at home, I always wake up my mom with a cup of coffee, and it's become a tradition for my parents' dog Chili to also come with me. Chili, idziemy obudzić mamę. Idziemy obudzić mamę. So now whenever I just say Chili, idziemy obudzić mamę, which means Chili, let's go to wake up mom, she immediately knows what's going on and she follows me up the stairs or even sometimes just leads the way up the stairs to my mom's bedroom. And yeah, we just have a coffee and cuddle chili and yeah. For breakfast, I just had scrambled eggs with avocado and toast. Knowing that I'm probably going to eat a lot of heavy foods during the day, I at least try to have a nutrition breakfast, not to completely get out of the rhythm of eating healthier foods, because otherwise by the end of my visit I feel really sluggish and just heavy, which isn't very enjoyable. So I prefer to balance eating healthier foods with something lighter in the morning. In the same spirit, I had a pear as a morning snack, and then we went to my grandma's to make some pierogi, which are basically Polish dumplings. You may have seen a video where I tried to make pierogi on my own a few weeks or months ago, but this time we were actually doing the real traditional thing. So first we made the filling, which was basically potatoes with some white cheese and seasonings like salt and pepper. And to make sure the mixture is smooth, my grandma mixed it with her hands instead of blending it like I did, which makes sure that the filling isn't soggy and too liquid. Because as you have seen, when I blended it, it became all like very soggy and kind of gluey, which isn't what we're going for here. Then we rolled small balls of the filling to make it easy to assemble the pierogi later, and it also helps make sure that each pierog is of the same size. And once done, my grandma rolled the dough, which she had prepared earlier, into a thin sort of pancake, and then we went on to assemble the pierogi. And being the three of us, it went surprisingly super fast. We finished in no time and actually left the pierogi for another day because we had planned to go to an Indian place later this evening. So at the Indian restaurant, we had a variety of different foods. Our favorite is always butter chicken and chicken tikka masala, and also, what is it called? Well, I can't remember. It's like, it's a sort of like red sauce, and it's very flavorful and aromatic and really good. And we actually got into the habit of always having our Indian food with naan instead of rice. The rice is just for my stepdad, but yeah, it was really, really good. The next day I had a very standard breakfast again with some blueberries. It was just some quick scrambled eggs with turkey ham, cottage cheese, avocado and whole wheat bread. Then we cooked pierogi that we prepared yesterday for lunch, and we served them with heavy cream and skwarki, which are small crispy pieces of pork fat that are typically fried until they become golden and crunchy, and they are quite a popular addition to like traditional Polish dishes, although probably these days we wouldn't really use them very frequently in like, you know, more modern dishes, let's say. Later I had a protein ice cream, which my mom always keeps in the freezer, and it's a nice alternative to regular ice cream when you're craving something sweet. Then we went for dinner to grandma's to have kotlety mielone, which are traditional Polish meat patties, and they are made from ground meat. Typically it would be pork, beef, or actually a mixture of both. Some breadcrumbs, onion, egg, garlic, and spices, and then the meat is mixed with all these ingredients formed into oval or round patties and fried until golden brown. They are super flavorful, juicy inside and crispy outside, and my grandma always serves them with mashed potatoes, and this time she also served it with red cabbage salad. The last day was a bit uneventful food-wise. I just had a standard breakfast again, and then for lunch we went to this self-service restaurant where you just serve yourself whatever dish you fancy. And so I had some salmon and veggies and potatoes, and then we went to the cinema where I had nachos with cheese sauce and popcorn, but I didn't film that. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed, and I will speak to you soon. Bye!
Chili. As they say here, my granddaughter